Good morning and welcome to a Saturday Ramble titled Don't Be a Kwomble. So first of all, I hate these rambles, but it has to be said again. If you are attending car meets, then if you're going to be a kwomble, then you're simply not welcome. We were recently at a car meet and after we left, there was an incident where a quad bike was a hair away from ploughing into the crowd. Luckily for the quad bike rider, they were not up for a murder charge, or they were not lynched by the crowd. But it appears more and more, and close to home, that there is kwombles who ruin a perfectly good night. During the meet in question, I noticed that any silly stunts like burnouts or launches along the road were quickly stopped by members of the club who organised the event, who reminded people it was a static meet. And on the whole, it was a static meet. The meet was full of good vibes, a coffee van and cool cars to boot. So what are we saying to the minority is meets are static for a reason. Many people bring their kids along to these meets, maybe to get them into cars, or maybe the kids like cars and want to see them without having to pay a fortune at an event. The last thing people want to do is be visiting their kids in hospital or planning their funeral just due to a minority being silly. If you want to race your car, then why not consider booking a track day? One reason why we do not do any meets apart from, say, a cars and coffee every so often is simply down to things like this. I, or an organiser of a car club, do not want the pressure or guilt if something was to happen at a car event. And on another note, is bin your litter, or take your rubbish home with you if you cannot find a bin. This is something that I tend to do if I cannot find a bin, is take my rubbish home, maybe just put it in the passenger footwell of the car. And that's just a little reminder for when I get back home, is to put it in the bin. Don't leave it to the organisers of the event to tidy up after them. Also, the organisers at the event had black bin bags around the sort of location where the coffee van was. So that was a little reminder for people to bin their rubbish. But I was actually contacted by somebody on the Scottish Car Enthusiasts page saying that they went round this morning. Sorry, this was filmed on the 16th of June. It was filmed the day after the car meet. And this person went round and filled 2 black bags full of rubbish. So, again, take your rubbish home with you. Sorry for this ramble, but every so often we do have to mention this as it's something that will eventually ruin the car scene. And we hear more and more of these incidents cropping up. That was people just being silly at car meets, whether that's racing their car up and down at a set point where there's crowds of people gathered. And also, I mean, if you're in the crowd, also just also take responsibility for yourself and for your kids as well. Make sure you know where they are. And if things do tend to get silly, then just walk away. And the onus is on you. So that was just a little rant and ramble. We'll be back tomorrow with potentially Cars and Coffee featuring French from The Motorist in Sherburn and Elmet. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and we'll catch you in a video soon. Farewell.